is 6 o'clock on December 4th, 2024. Call the Planning Commission meeting to order. Could we have the roll call, please?
Chair Solom.
Here.
Vice Chair Benyon. Here. Commissioner Dahl.
Here.
Commissioner Hallstad.
Here.
Commissioner Strauss Boyd.
Here.
Commissioner Gilmer.
Here.
Commissioner Wilkins.
Here.
Planning Manager Belisky. Here. Assistant Planner Speets. Here.
And we don't have a date for the next meeting? It's
The
usually,
next meeting is scheduled for the second Wednesday as of right now because the first one is a holiday.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's like the first, isn't it?
However, we are likely not going to be at a point with the mobility materials. We're still working through that with the consultant. So we'll see. We'll keep you posted.
January 8th.
The 8th, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. City Engineer Ken Gill, Development Engineer Tully.
should have had them sign in.
But tentatively, right now, we're on for the 8th. Is that correct?
Correct. The city clerk already did the adjusted noticing for that due to it falling on a city holiday.
Thank you.
Well, and everybody holiday, I hope.
Then there's the joint meeting. City Council.
Yes, so Director Sullivan asked me to work on drafting your work plan. So I was starting to dig into that and kind of understand what you were trying to work on, the schedule you were trying to have, what was getting thrown in from staff and the state, and then where things kind of landed in order to do that. But I'm also wanting to have a better handle on where we're heading with implementation items for the comp plan. We can always come back and revise it. That's not necessarily an issue, but getting a grip on that universe is quite large. So yes, we do need to do the joint meeting sometime within the first 2 months of the year.
Okay.
We were also considering having the public hearing for the comprehensive plan be a joint meeting as well.
Smart.
But those are all to be determined. Thank you. So in other words, we have to be ready to say, yes, we can make the meeting. Approval of the minutes. Would somebody make a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve?
So moved. I'm sorry, is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Corrections or omissions? Forgot that, I'm sorry. So the motion is approved, the minutes are passed. Public comments and concerns, none. Public hearing, none. Old continuing business, election of officers, and the chair will open the meeting to nominations for chair. Brad?
I would like to nominate Grant Solom for chair.
Is there a second?
Second?
Any other nominations? Okay. Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 I think I've been had again.
You can say no, Grant.
Oh, in that case, we will open the floor to the vice chair. There's our nomination.
I'll nominate Commissioner Benyon for the vice chair position.
Is there a
I'd
second?
that.
Moved and seconded.
It's
Any-
fine. I haven't done much this year, so it's pretty chill. Grant needs to be gone more.
Maybe gone the end of January.
Okay.
My wife has her way. Moved and seconded. Any other nominations? Nope. All those in favor of Commissioner Benyon to be vice chair, say aye.
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 Opposed? Aye. The motion passes. Welcome, vice chair.
Oh, thanks.
New business? None? For the good of the order. Correspondence. I did see a correspondence that was in the packet.
It was the email, yeah.
Was about some development that was, it looks like it's outside the city limits.
Mhm.
That was my question.
Yeah, is that the Christmas tree farm?
It's right by it.
That correspondence is from an individual on Lake Bonny who has a,
You know,
yes. Oh,
This is
Hillside.
Mhm.
Okay, we've had multiple correspondences. All right, so Hillside is a proposed development out in the county. They're proposing a small lot subdivision with a community septic system that abuts the community that emailed you as well as others. This proposal is out in the county. The county did not provide us timely notice, but has given us additional time for the city to comment to our other concerns. They are within the city's sewer service area, so we will be working through that. As usual, do not reply all, and Jason has responded to them with their options for kind of where they can go in terms of communicating with folks.
so it's being handled, it's been reviewed and replied to. Thank you. Staff comments.
I have a few things to say. I don't know if you saw the council packet that was released. Well, it'll be released tomorrow. The mayor has selected me and has put me forward to be the next public services director. So my confirmation vote is next Tuesday night at the city council. So hopefully all things go well. I'll take over officially as the public services director, which will mean that we'll be turning the planning stuff completely back over to the development services team. We are currently working through Lauren's position and how that transition looks as well. So stay tuned on that one. But we had to get my position finalized first. And so we'll on December 10th, we'll be able to make more decisions after the council vote. So with that, it has been a pleasure working with the planning commission over the last 12 years. I'm still going to be around. I'll still be here. Feel free to come by and talk and give me a call if you have questions. But I don't know if I'll be as involved in the day-to-day at the planning commission level like I have been in the past for the last 12 years. Lots of new faces in the room. When I got on as a senior planner 12 years ago, Grant was the chair of the planning commission. We recruited Debbie to come over to the planning commission because I knew Debbie from college, and Brad was on the planning commission. And so they kind of helped tutor me on what was going down in the city of Bonny Lake, and we've worked through a lot of things over the last 12 years. So
And you stayed.
I stayed. I'm still here. So I do appreciate all the hard work the planning commission does. I know this year was difficult for the planning commission as we worked through a number of unexpected staff changes. I did not know when I walked in after Christmas break last year that Ryan told me the day after Christmas or the day after that break that he was resigning effective at the end of the month, and I had to learn how to be the director in 30 days. So that had a ripple effect across everything. So I just want to thank you all for your flexibility and understanding as we work through that as a staff. It really put us into some critical fire points that we had to work through, and luckily Lauren was able to come on board and get us a little bit back on track. I'm hoping next year it will be more routine for the planning commission as we can kind of start laying things out and not have to do the fire sale. So once again, I appreciate all the support from the planning commission. I really enjoyed working with you guys on a day-to-day basis. And I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what the planning commission and the planning team is going to do over the next year. So with that, thank you all for your service as well. I know you take time out of your nights to come and do this and read packets and get involved in things. So I just want to say, I really appreciate that, all your service to the city as well. So thank you.
I'll miss you.
Lauren reminded me I have to do my last official duty and report on the pedestrian priority index that went to the city council last night. The city council did move that forward to the consent agenda for next week. They did add their weighting points. Their weighting points are multiplied by the points that the planning commission established. So we did, let me take a step back. So for the planning commission's recommendation to raise the level of service points from 1 to 4, we did do that. So now on the base points, if you have a failed level of service, you'll get 4 points for that versus the 1 that was initially proposed. That was the planning commission's recommendation. The city council kind of took a approach of a high-low, and then we applied the points based on that. And so they really put everything, for the level of service, they gave it 2 weighting points, which now makes it an 8, as high as an 8. They really put their weighting points on, and I know I'm going to miss one of the categories, crashes, how far you are from a trail or system, how far you are from a school, and one more, and I'm drawing a blank. And that's where they would put 20 of their points. The road classification, whether it was located in the center and ADA compliance, they only put 1 weighting point. So basically the points just get carried through. So they're really going to focus on crashes, how close you are to certain governmental and park facilities is where their priority laid and where they put their weighting points. And that'll be on the consent agenda for next week, which will really help us get moving with the mobility element.
So that final index will be in the draft we bring back to you for review before we route that through council and before we bring you a community facilities and services element.
Jason, a couple of us have been around long enough to remember before you came. And we were going from crisis to playing catch up. Jason comes in, it gets calm, it gets quiet, it gets planful, because there's never a rush, and it works extremely well. Please don't leave.
Now he's just ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Jason. Boy, it sure couldn't have gone to a more qualified individual.
We'll miss you, but good job.
Yeah. for sure.
Uh, Commissioner comments? None?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Glad of Yule.
Quickly.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
A second.
Discussion? None? All those in favor of adjournment? Say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. See you next year.
Yeah, so please grab a